Hey, how y'all doing? It's Rome. I know y'all haven't seen me on this channel in a long time, but I have been getting some things together. Not just from RBN, but the Care Party also. We got a lot of stuff that we're planning on doing. Like I'm actually doing a march. But for right now I'm working on a giveaway for children, and we're gonna be giving away 400 to 800 backpacks. I say 4 to 8 because I'm trying to do a loophole. The businesses that I'm getting it from, they only can send out 400 per person. So I'm trying to get somebody else to do it for me so I can get at least 800 to 1,000 backpacks, supplies, books, pencils, et cetera, that the children would need in order to go back to school. Because I remember back in the days, man, that shit used to be embarrassing. My science teacher, Miss Clark, she used to pull me out because I never had books. I never had the books we need. I never had pencils. We was really poor. My mother had 8 children, and we was just doing what we could, and we never had enough. And it always hurt me to go back in that class knowing that I'm going to be pulled to the side. I want to save that embarrassment for all these children because we know like we didn't even have to pay for lunch. Now they have to pay for lunch. That's horrible. So we're gonna help these people out. In the process of doing that, we're going to be pushing communist propaganda. Of course, I don't do anything without letting people know that it was communists helping you, because this is how the progressives do. You know what I'm saying? This is how these people take over what you have done. Like, oh well, this is just him helping out the people. This is just some charity. Like, no, no, no. This is propaganda. This is me telling you that this system is not going to work, and the only way we're going to get better if we take care of each other. It's the only reason why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it because I am a nice person. I'm not the nicest person. I'm not the shit. Motherfuckers still hate me in my own neighborhood from things that I've done in my past. You know, it don't that don't make you don't have to be a good person to take care of people. I just hate the system so much that I'm willing to take care of you and show you the failures of the system. I'm gonna call in also if anybody would like to jump up and speak. They are more than welcome. If you want to go and call in and be heard, you are more than welcome to jump from YouTube to call in. We need actually more people over there. Derek, how you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Can anybody hear Derek on YouTube? Can we call via WhatsApp? No, I doubt it. I actually don't know who owned what. I actually don't know, man. But
Hmm.
all right, they hear you. So how you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. What was on your mind? You had any questions or whatnot? You see the description of the show. I'm uh I'm talking about organizing. How you guys can organize without falling under somebody else's umbrella.
Sure. Is that what the rebellion's about?
I mean, Rome's Rebellion is just a show. That's just the name of a show. But
Yeah. Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah.
Um. Well, yeah. I was kind of caught off guard. I saw you were hosting, so I was like, cool, hopped in, but I didn't think I was going to jump up the speaker right away. But that's cool. Um. I was going to ask Nick Cruz. I don't know, like a week and a half ago.
Okay.
Um. Are you familiar with the Depression era programs, the CCC and the WPA?
Not too really. I'm not big on those scenes. I've been in some of those scenes when I was going through my suicidal stages, but that's been years, man.
Suicidal stages.
Oh
Why,
yeah.
why would those programs be relevant to that?
And I'm just saying I haven't been in any program since my suicidal stages.
Oh no, these are old. Yeah, I think our connection is back, by the way. I was asking if you're familiar with these Yeah, I think maybe I'll hop off. I think this is bad on my end or something. So I'll give Amanda a chance and stuff.
All right. If you can get a better connection, come back up, man. I'll be more than happy to have you. How you
Hey,
doing?
I'm okay. Can you hear me okay? I'm on a new setup, so
Oh yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
wonderful, wonderful. Firstly, let me say, what a fantastic voice. I'm sure you already know that, but I'm glad I know it now. So I'm just showing off what I know. Nice voice.
Thank you.
What Derek was talking about is the WPA and the CCC. The WPA is the Works Progress Administration, and the CCC is the Civilian Conservation Corps. They were programs that happened mid-century. What city do you live in?
I'm in
If I might
Detroit.
ask.
I'm in Detroit.
Detroit. Okay. I don't know about Detroit specifically. I know when I lived in New Orleans, there were a lot of Works Progress Administration projects that were giant buildings with these very intricate craftsman things that were built into them to give people work to do during the end of the Depression before we got into World War II.
Okay.
And Civilian Conservation Corps, instead of being construction, because WPA was about public works mostly, infrastructure and that kind of thing.
Okay.
The Civilian Conservation Corps was people who got jobs working to do things on the ground that needed to be done that the federal government wanted to have done. So they were two different programs that kind of helped to dig us out of the Depression. That's about the extent of what I know, and that's just because I used to teach high school American history, American lit. So
Oh man.
I just happen to know that they're models of programs that we could be putting into place now if somebody would do something. From what I've heard from your other shows, you're not too much into electoralism. That you think the system is
no.
that's not serving us doesn't need to be perpetrated.
Yeah.
Or perpetuated, I should say.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
that true?
they never taught me any. I went to public schools. They never taught me anything about stuff that can help us out, that can help us with housing or depression. None of that. They kept that far away from people like us.
Well, I taught in public schools in New Orleans. I'm sorry that you got a crap education. It does suck because not everybody's a good teacher. Not every student learns from every teacher. But
Yeah.
now you know there are solutions, and this is one of the things. But again, back to the electoralism.
Can you
there's
can you repeat that name
I
just in
don't know
case anybody in the comments in the audience didn't hear it or might have misheard you?
No, go for it. I that's all I wanted. I just wanted to put that up there.
No, I just wanted to know the names of the of that company again.
Oh yeah, Works Progress Administration, WPA.
Okay, so y'all hear that? It's somebody,
And
it's some people out there, there's organizations out there that will help us. That's been here since
Yeah,
the wars. So
well, these are not there anymore. Here's the
shit.
thing: they're not there anymore.
That's
But they were federal programs back in the middle of the last century, and they could possibly be models for going forward. I'm not sure how much they.
So when did they
I
shut
just
down?
don't know enough.
Do you know when did they shut down? Around Reagan era or something?
Probably the 70s is my guess. If they weren't killed by Reagan in the 80s. And the other one was called the Civilian Conservation Corps.
See, they can never let us have nothing good.
I know, because there were good solutions, and there's a lot of folks out here that have these ideas, and it's just too bad that we haven't gotten. Because this is why we should have good. Sorry, proselytizing former teachers. We should have good public education so that we can have good grown-ups that know how to actually become part of the democracy.
I mean, you need your nation. We can look at Cuba, and we can see that a higher education would make a better nation. Because what's going to happen is when our leaders and our politicians fall or whatever happens to them, we're not going to know what to do. We're going to be You know what I'm saying? Miles into a sea of shit without a paddle. You know, a lot of these people are undereducated. They don't know how to work with their hands. A lot of these people only know how to work with computers. They want to know what to do if there was a blackout. Their whole job and their whole life surrounds around electricity, and you know what I'm saying, these capitalist lifestyles that they handed to them. We want to know what the fuck to do, and it sucks. But
hey, bruh,
what's going on?
what's up, Ron? Bro, you see the fucking the capitalists? They trying to put cops and make cops teachers now
Cops is
instead
teachers.
of paying teachers.
Oh my god, this shit is crazy. Y'all take y'all kids out of school, man.
Bro, the way they were talking about it, was like, yeah, that just didn't make sense, man. Cops and veterans and military people, they honorable people.
So,
bro, you think they trying to dumb our populace down? Get used to the police state?
we have proof of the school to prison pipeline. We have proof saying we have data showing that cops harass black students overall more than they even talk to white students. And you want to put these people over the same students that they harass and bully, and like I see where this is going. I see this.
I see someone on YouTube said I think social media had a really big bad impact on kids. I think also capitalism too, because social media is raising kids because people are so busy working. So people put their kids in front of their tablets. So that's why it's being raised on. Like, we had real family values where people actually had time off, 4-day work weeks, thriving living wages. Then you have people that actually be able to be parents. They're not parents. They just fucking they go to work and then their kids sit in front of the tablet all day.
Yep. And this is why I try to, like, my kids have a tablet and a phone or whatnot, but I still make them go outside, and like I pay for ad block, because one thing I had noticed when I had paid for ad block, my kids just stopped asking for shit. They just stopped consuming all that capitalism. Oh, buy this toy, and don't you want this game? Don't you want this fucking, you know what I'm saying? But my kids, they be like, they just go on with about their day, because the capitalism is, man, they really push it heavy on the children. They really push it heavy on the children. And by the time we old enough, we just go with it. We just obey.
Bro, they said they have to have cops in school. They have to have military people in school because they're afraid of people becoming educated. And then they said, well, if people are educated, then the kids might grow up to hate this country. Well, they've grown up to hate this country because they learn more about what this country has done. They're telling people, don't teach history. Don't teach what the slave owners and slave masters of this country did, because that will make people patriotic. If you teach the real history, people won't be patriotic. People will rebel.
Yo, yeah.
Like Rome's rebellion, right?
They be mad as hell. Like, hold on, what y'all do to my people?
We gotta censor the truth.
But yeah, how you gonna put a whole bunch of cops who got C's and D's and F's all their fucking all their school time and have them teaching kids? What the hell can we learn from a cop that didn't even have to go to college to get his job? So y'all just took down a college educated motherfucker who wanted to be paid more for a fucking trigger happy motherfucker who harassed black kids. Like, and let's not, like, I wish my laptop a little on the fridge right now. I'm gonna have to take it in. But I got the story of fucking cops sexually harassing. Can I say that on here? We got proof that cops SA children in these schools, and you're gonna give them more power over these children? Then who they gonna have to run to? They ain't gonna have nobody to run to. Everybody is cops.
Sexually assaulting criminals. They sexually assault people in custody all the time.
Yes.
40% of them beat their kids and beat their wives.
It was a video on Facebook. I'll never forget. It was a video on Facebook. They had arrested this kid. She was about 13 some years old. The arresting officer came in there, beat her, took advantage of her, and then fucked up some paperwork. They almost got away with it. Only reason why they didn't get away with it is because the lawyer was bitching about the cameras that should be in a holding cell. They released the shit from a fucking that was like some, what do they call it? Man, snub. It was like a snub video, man. It was horrible. And these people got immunity.
Bro, well, you don't know the most messed up part of this. This is just the prison, the school to prison pipeline, because the college, they're going to mostly be in black schools, in poor areas.
They ain't going to
they're not going to be in
no Catholic school,
upper class bourgeoisie high schools, right? Because those
would shut that shit down.
They got big budgets and they can pay their teachers. They can take care of the teachers. The teacher shortage is in poor areas, so they about to put the poor areas with a ton of cops. I just put a link in the YouTube chat too, so you guys can read it. The link to in Florida, Ron DeSantis on cops in school. Wow.
They have no real plans. Like this is the farthest their plans go. We can't do anything else because that would be socialism. That would be helping the people. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. We already fucked up. Fuck it up some more. They have no other goals besides arming the police, funding Israel, funding all this bullshit that we shouldn't be funding Ukraine. That's all they got. It's war and war and war. That's all they're gonna have for you. They don't have any solutions. You don't have your health care. You didn't even get your $2,000 checks from Biden. You know, like you get nothing. Y'all niggas lucky if we be y'all would be lucky if another million of us didn't drop before next year.
All right. Hey, shit, I just want to drop in for a bit because I'm hanging out with my brother. That's why it's kind of loud over here. But I just want to pop in and see what was good with you.
Tell Lou I said what up, man. Shit, we're gonna be down there. I'm gonna be back down there pretty soon because shit, we gotta start all these chapters and shit. So, but shit, man, tell that nigga I said what up, man.
I was already forming the KC chapter, so
I heard you was talking to
you already welcome, bro. Everyone's still talking about shit we did down here. So
man, we went hard, boy, all fucking week. Man, damn it, what the fuck I was about to say? Oh, I heard you was talking to KC Tennant.
Yeah, I had some. I was covering your shit. I was on the ground over there, at City Hall, bro. They doing some work, man. Bro, we got make these coalitions. We about to unite with a lot of these people on the ground. I had people that reached out to me. We had another abolitionist group that reached out to me. We about to work with them. We about to work with Black Power Media because Comru got all these graphic organizations. Like, we about to change the change the game, y'all.
That's beautiful.
But I'm gonna head out, y'all. I'll see y'all in a bit.
All right, Nick. Go looking for stepping on, man. It was good hearing from you. They also got voter suppression in Gary Manor. That's why I say fuck voting, y'all. Why are y'all wasting your time? Fuck voting. Fuck it. Locally, electorally, why are you wasting your time? It only take a couple of seconds to vote. That's too many seconds wasted. That could have been going to organizing for your community the right way. See, what you guys are doing is basically paying for insurance when you go out here for these politicians. You're paying for hyperboles. And not with just money. You playing with your life. You playing with your life. You come into different neighborhoods. You don't know how people are going to react. You don't know if people need mental evaluations or a checkup. You knocking on their door and they going through a schizophrenic phase, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're going to run into out here, right? You're paying for hyperboles. I believe in Medicare for all. I believe in this. I believe in that. But what can you get done? None of that. None of that. But you can. There is ways of getting your community health care. You might have to team up and put each other on each other's insurances or adopt each other kids or whatnot. But there is better ways of getting each other insured and making sure that you have a house over your head or over your neighbor's head. Shack up, build a tenant union, just like he did, just like KC is doing. Oh, that's Kansas City. You don't have to fucking wait on these people. You don't have to do like they want you to waste this time. They want you to waste this time. They making you believe that it's only a couple of seconds, so you're not wasting any time. You're wasting Way more time than we have right now. Come on now. Like, some of you guys, the cities are on fire. Some of you guys' cities are underwater. Some of you guys' cities are preparing for a hurricane. What politician can stop some shit like that? When the same politicians who just promised you that they would stop something like that just signed off of a bill to give oil companies exactly what the fuck they want. There is no voting your way out of this, locally or electoral. You just gonna have to, like, I just got a video from somebody who sent me yesterday about Jordan. What's his last name? Curtin, whatever the fuck his last name is. I don't even pay attention to these people. But I seen the video. He was like, "Oh, you don't make change with bullets, and you make change with ideas." How many generations have we been holding up signs? How many generations have we been asking for rights? How many generations have we been asking to just be? Asking for housing, asking for healthcare, asking to drop my debt like how you do to rich people. Generations, right? Now, which generation actually got it right when they went out there, not only with their ideas, but their bullets and targets? Like, let's be real. These people write off millions of people a day. They write you off and say, "Oh, it's just, yeah, this community is going to be hit hard with whatever, blah, blah, blah," and just don't even say nothing else about you. Don't write any bills to help you. What kind of shit is that? That if people telling you that, it really tells you a lot about them. That they have no sense of urgency. That they have no real fight in this. You have no real fight if you telling people, "Look, I know Black people are being harassed. I know you guys are dying. I know you guys are killing each other at that. But we got to go at it with ideas, y'all. Ideas is what wins people over." No, the fuck it don't. No, the fuck it don't. You know what wins people over? Aggressive types. Somebody who can protect a group. Somebody who can lead. We all have ideas. Some of us have the same ideas. Some people get mad at me because I'm famous for some of the shit that they've been saying since the 90s. It's not about your ideas. It's about how you present them and how you plan on getting there. I wouldn't have a party right now if I was to tell all these people, all these Black people who've been harassed in Detroit all their fucking life, "Oh, y'all, we're going to go out and protest, but keep your guns at home." Knowing what they have done to Black Lives Matter. Not like I don't like to go that far back, just for the simple fact that a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's that was in the 60s. No, this is in the 2020, 2019. We seen how they did Black Lives Matter. We seen how they did Standing Rock. Those ideas didn't win anybody over, right? People with the power was like, "The fuck out of here," because you are nothing but pawns to me. That shit didn't make no sense to me. But anyways, I wanted to get on topic with this. We're organizing with your own people, not being under the Green Party, Democratic Party, Republican Party, is going to have to get back to community. Look, the reason why you guys can't get it right, you know what I'm saying, from the People's Party to the Green Party, nobody gives a fuck. Like, outside of these echo chambers, outside of your echo chamber as being an online communist, online socialist, nobody gives a fuck about voting. The majority of this country can give a fuck about voting. And when you come to them and you say, "Oh, well, yeah, we want to help your community. We can put some money into here, this and that, and this and that. All we need is your vote." And that's where you lose people, because then it becomes a gamble. How do we know? I stick my neck out here for these people. I go canvassing. I'll take my kids canvassing for hyperboles. Instead of y'all using that same money, y'all paid to send people out to print your literature and whatever. You can just come in the neighborhood and just help the people, whatever the fuck they need. before I leave my city, and I go to another city for Tour for the Poor, I look up what is that city in need for? Who is really, you know what I'm saying, who's really feeling it in that city? And that's who I target. I don't target those people and say, hey, I need a vote, and then we can help you guys out. We heard that. We heard that for too many generations now. Oh, well, just stretch my back and I stretch yours. I got you. Instead of us just stretching each other back at the same time, I stretch your back. I turn around to get mine stretched, and you stab me. You sell me out to Wall Street. You sell me out to whoever the fuck else is the highest bidder. People in these parties, they waste thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on ads, on commercials, on hiring people to canvas for them. That money, dude, I only go in a city with a couple of $1,000s, and I help hundreds of people. Hundreds of people only need a couple of $1,000s, but these people got enough money to get an ad on TV to say, oh yeah, I can help you if you help me. You already had the money to help me. You just spent it on a fucking commercial. And it gets easier when you don't have these people that you have to take up for. I go out there with my own words. I go out there with my own thoughts, my own beliefs. Not Bernie Sanders, not Hillary Clinton's, not anybody's, not even Mark's. These are my own thoughts. I'm my own man. If you got a problem with communism, I can tell you right here. And that's the problem. A lot of you guys go out and then you run into somebody who don't like your candidate. I mean, really don't like your candidate. And you can't rebuttal it. Because this is real life. This ain't Twitter. You ain't got 5-10 minutes. You can't erase your tweet and type it back the right way. No, this is real life. Rebuttal that shit right here. Why is this motherfucker weak on black issues? Why did he vote against trans rights? Why did he vote against abortion rights? And you like, oh shit, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that because the motherfucker was. I was talking to a Vietnam vet that wanted to vote for Bernie, but called Bernie a hypocrite because Bernie Sanders was talking about Joe Biden voting for the Afghanistan war. I was like, hold on. Bernie ain't vote for the war. Like, yes, he did the first time. Yes, he did. I'm like, oh. Yeah. You can't rebuttal that shit. What are you gonna say? See, I might have did bad things, but I ain't never did, you know what I'm saying, some shit that, you know what I'm saying, like arm Israel, right? I might have robbed some people. I might have hurt some people in my time. But I ain't never fucking, you know what I'm saying, bombed the fucking nation. So I might have my own problems, but it's easier for me to connect with the people. Then we go through the same things, right? More like we living in the same community and whatever. I had to go through those things. Your son, your daughter might have to do the same things. You never know how life might turn around. And we can put a stop to this. They don't have to go out here and steal and rob to make sure that your rent is paid, to make sure that you are getting the help. If there's an emergency, like, no, we can just call on each other. So build a group. Yes, take dues, but don't spend those dues on bullshit like cars or clothes or hoes, whether that be male, female, or trans. Stack that shit up. And when people call you for them bills, for their rent, for their emergencies, that's how you get them. You take care of them, and they have your heart. You have their heart forever. Not only do I do the pizza runs, I build the benches. I'm helping people with the gas runs. I'm helping people clothe their children, feed their children, and people notice that. So every time I go out somewhere, they know somebody getting some help, or they just appreciate that I'm still out here helping the people, no matter who knows me or how big I get. Because the money don't make you. The people makes you. And When they want to be done with you, they will be done with you. They will find a reason to cancel your ass. We find a reason to be there. There's plenty of reasons. And I know we're not an expert. Nobody is an expert. There's no such thing as professional as being a professional. There's no such thing. That's some white supremacy shit for one. Oh, you got to be professional. You got to talk with this and that. No, people don't know. See, that's how y'all losing people. You coming out there, hey, yes, my name is David. I'm with the Bernie Sanders party. Blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, you don't talk like that. I can feel it coming off your aura. You don't even talk like that. So now you being fake. So now everything that you say about to go in and out because you're not being real with yourself and you're not being real with me. I can feel it. Just be you. And there's nothing that they can say. It's nothing else that like what do these people say? Like people ask me, what do people think about the communist flag? When you just out there, just you know what I'm saying? When I'm out helping people, I have the flag. What the fuck can you say? Do you need the help or not? Yeah, I thought, right? So next time you see this flag, next time you see a hammer and sickle, you're gonna think about help. Every time you see this hammer and sickle, you're gonna see people getting help. And every time you think about this shit, and this is how we switch people's mindsets. We don't have to go on the internet and argue with them. Because some people might be anti-communist because they don't know any better. Some people might be, anti-unions, but they don't know any fucking better. You go out there and show them better. And then, like, this is a propaganda game. I hate to say it. It is a propaganda game. You're fighting fire with fire. Americans only learn one of two ways. Books or propaganda, and more likely, it's propaganda. It's propaganda. Use your propaganda the right way, right? Instead of like we can be gunned up. That is a great way to show people that we communism still stand. We will not fall, and we are well protected, right? Another form of good propaganda is taking care of these people's children. See, a lot of these people, children, are more open to socialism than their parents are. So we don't necessarily even need boomers or Generation X, I think. If we can get the Zoomers and a good chunk of millennials, we can have whatever revolution that we wanted. It doesn't take much, but those are the faces and the voices of the future, and it's best to brainwash them while they're still vulnerable. And I say brainwash because that's what it is. I mean, I can't put it no other way. Like, USA is well and very brainwashed. You're right. Yes, because I was brainwashed. We all were brainwashed. Man, I was brainwashed by Christianity, the homophobic bullshit. I was brainwashed by so much shit that just been pushed on us for generations and generations. And you just soak it all in and you just think this is the norm. And once you learn propaganda, once you notice the propaganda, it's easier to push. It's easier, like, you don't need the Green Party. You don't need the Democratic Party and none of that shit, bro. Like, you are way more powerful than them. This is why they ask you for your help. Your voice can reach wherever the fuck you wanted to. I'm talking to people in countries I never even heard of. Just because I say death to America. I don't only say it, I mean it. And I work on those goals. And I try to connect with people who have that same goal as me. Right? You never know who you might run into, man. There's a lot of people out here that want the same thing as you, but they might not be willing to stick their neck out. They might have to go to work. They might be disabled. They might just be down right now, and they need your back. So this former generation will get power from the ruling side. Man, I don't think a lot of these motherfuckers are going to be here. I think these diseases that they created is going to backfire and really start hurting a lot of leadership in here. I think Hollywood brainwashed me more than my education. Movies like Rock, Platoon, had me thinking about where the bodies until I realized who were baddies. Oh yeah. See, this is how America do their movies, right? See, they've been preparing you guys to hate Russians all your lives. Even like Rocky, Russian the bad guy. All the army movies, motherfucker got a Russian accent. James Bond, the enemy got a Russian accent. They've been preparing you guys for this shit. And that motherfucker's like, yeah, I just hate fucking Russians. I don't even know why. I just got a burning sensation of hate for them. And because you've been propagandized to hate these people. It's like black people have been brainwashed to hate their nose, hate their skin color. Oh, well, you'll be cuter if you was a little lighter, if your hair were straighter. Same shit. Propaganda. Push it on them while they young. That way, when they older, they just go with the flow. That's why a lot of people don't even question capitalism. They don't even question. Like a lot of these people, they would dead ass, say, oh, this is a scam, that is a scam. We got credit card the credit card scores is a scam, and housing and all this debt is a scam. But then when we try to say, hey, if you feel like that, then communism is your thing. Socialism is your thing. They're like, no, oh no, not that. I'm like, what? Nigga, you was just talking about everything. They don't even fucking know what they're talking about or talking against. And it's so sad. It's so sad to see him so lost in the sauce like this. I can't believe it sometimes. Motherfuckers sit here like I was having this conversation with this girl on TikTok. She had a nice video talking about, from the police to from governors, all of it being a scam. And I said, hey, it looked like we need a revolution. She said, oh no. All we got to do is elect a couple of more people that's like-minded. We all are like-minded. Everybody is like-minded because we are human. Yes, you have the same thoughts and the same impulses as that homophobic dude. He might not be thinking homophobically right now, but we all are like-minded. What do you mean by that? Right? Think about it. Think about that wording. Everybody is like-minded, whether you rich, poor, white, or black. We all want and need the same things. What the fuck you mean like-minded? Somebody to get in here and just be quiet and just be soft. I don't get it, because if people was like-minded like you, then we really ain't gonna get nowhere. But it is what it is, y'all. We're not gonna get anywhere. We haven't got anywhere. Black men are still stuck in the 1970s. Black women just passed us up not too long ago. Shit, white men are still stuck in the 1960s. Bitch, I'm doing a motherfucking show. What? No, nigga, I ain't even driving right now. Don't fuck with them Honda Civics on the road, boy. Them Honda Civics, man. We own the roads. Trying to show these motherfuckers. Get your little bitch ass Hellcat on your American made car. All right, man. I ain't got too much longer on here. Shit. I'm gonna hit you up. All right. 6. People think like the abused woman that keeps going back to the abused part. Yeah, people are battered. People are battered. They don't even know that they are battered. They don't know that they are hurt. Who's doing the hurting? They just know that it shouldn't be this way. We shouldn't have to live like this. We shouldn't. But what you gonna do to stop it? Because every time I talk about giving my life for someone else to live, that's when the selfishness come out, right? Because people will sit here and talk about what we need for the future, but they're not willing to risk everything for that future, right? These people have kids themselves. They have kids, they have families. We're not going to live forever. We're not going to live forever, y'all. Don't even plan on living long. Plan on living right. That's what we should be doing. Just living right, doing right until we're gone. Stop planning for this future that you can't see. That isn't even guaranteed. You might click off of this motherfucking live and get shot in the damn head. That's how fast life is. Do it now while you still have time. We can't sit here and wait on these people. How long have we been waiting? Because I know I'm not about to be doing no marching with my son. I'm not about to have my son holding up no signs talking about Medicare for all. Like, no. My son going to be visiting me in prison because I'm going to take somebody out with me. Because that's how it should go. Look how they writing up our lives. Look how they doing us. We haven't got another stimulus check since Joe Biden had got in office. We haven't got anything. They could have took 10% from the Pentagon budget and just housed everybody and gave us health care. But they're not. They never will, because you guys aren't serious about your own life, and they know it. You guys aren't serious about your own life. Now, what I mean by this is like, oh, Ron, you just told me to go fucking kamikaze. Yes. That's how they know if you're serious or not. What happens when all these people get too big or get too when these groups get armed up? They start to see them as a threat because they're starting to talk and starting to have class solidarity and start to actually figure out who their targets are. Right? But you out here, you marching, you protesting, you doing the same shit that my grandmother did. And those marches brought the same results. Nada. You got shot in the fucking face with a rubber bullet for what? You didn't retaliate? You don't plan on retaliating? What's going on? Is their life worth more than yours? Worth more than the people in your community? Is their sanity worth more than yours? And the people in your community, the people that they fuck with every day, terrorize? The communities that they don't have to live in? We have to come back and see this. We have to come back and live with the people that they had terrorized. We have to deal and stop the crying and bleeding of our communities, not them. Get out there while the cement is still wet so the future generations can see the path that you were taking with this. Don't throw your support behind anybody but you, but the proletariat, but socialism, but communism. See, I don't say Marx because I don't give I don't give this thing a face of a man, right? This is for you. You are the face of this. You are the face of this organization. You are the face. This is why I'm doing it. You, not Marx, not Lenin, not Malcolm, not Hampton. You. So anybody got a problem with Marx? I'm not. I was a student of Marx. I have graduated. Now you can just be you. Now you can just be you and talk about whatever the fuck you want to. I was just in Boston talking to white conservatives about taking over America. Oh, that's a red-brown alliance. There's no such thing as that. You see how they get you guys? They say it's a red-brown alliance. We don't want the whites and blacks talking. That's what the fuck that means. We don't want the poor whites and the poor blacks talking. Because if they start talking, shit is gonna get crazy. They really think y'all really think that there's a red-brown alliance? Y'all think that's a real thing? Or have you all been duped to not talking to your fucking neighbor? Yes, they wave a Confederate flag. They waving that Confederate flag because you don't have the balls to go out there and teach them what's what. You have been propagandized just like your neighbor. But the thing is, your neighbor have balls to stand up for what he believes in or what he thinks he believes in. You can't even wave your hammer and sickle flag. You can't even wave your Soviet Union flag out in the open around your neighbors. But they can. And that's how we know you ain't serious about this shit. Because if you was, your neighbors would know that you was a socialist, whether they are conservatives or not. Whether they are Black Panther or White Panthers, they should know. You know their affiliation. There's no such thing as a Red Brown Alliance. I'm telling y'all, they do not want you guys talking, the poors. What is so different from me making a movement or organization with a fucking Republican or ex-Republican than with a Democrat? What is the difference? Please tell me. Because if I'm looking at Democrat and Republican, it's the same bird. It's the same thing. They all killed the same people. They all raped the same nations. They all are funding Nazis. So how is that any different? If I go out there and flip my conservative neighbor to be a socialist or a communist instead of a Democrat, all you guys help white supremacy. All you guys help white supremacy. If I was holding anybody to any standards, I shouldn't work with any of you. Right? If I wanted to be like that, I shouldn't work with any of you because every last one of you voters got somebody killed. Every last one of you. Oh, well, you did something with the Boogaloo Boys and you voted for Biden. So? The fuck? So me feeding my community with a handful of white boys when I told them to their face what I wanted from them, how I wanted them to go out. Me doing that is worse than voting for Biden, than supporting Biden, the same man who, come on, you know where I'm going with this. I don't even know where the fuck to start with Biden because it's so fucking horrible. It's so fucking horrible. But they just don't want you guys talking to each other. That's all that shit is. Oh, he's a racist. So, I bet he ain't gonna say that shit to me. I bet they ain't gonna do that shit to me. Nigga, I've been around these motherfuckers. I wonder what these people think about Malcolm X when he met with the KKK. Or Fred Hampton when he met with the conservatives. Because we know we're not about to get a revolution with a whole bunch of liberals screaming, hands up, don't shoot. Oh, by the way, here's some more money, police. Here's some more money, ICE. Here's some more money. Like, are we going to get a revolution with those people or a revolution with the people who already don't even like their government? And when time comes for us to deal with our differences, we're going to have to deal with them then. But for right now, we have bigger monsters to deal with. We can't just sit here and say, oh, well, I don't get along with these people. They don't have the same ideology as me, so I'm going to leave these people alone. You don't fucking leave people alone because they don't have the same ideology as you. You keep talking to them until you flip their motherfucking ass. You keep showing them ways. People might think, my neighbors might have thought I was fucked up. I had communist flags all around this bitch. I got the hammer and sickle on my damn chest. I'm walking around with no shirt on. Then they see, like, okay, well, damn, he got a whole fucking garage full of diapers. What you doing with these diapers? Oh, I'm giving them away. Oh, man, what you doing with this stuff? Oh, I'm giving them away. What you doing with all these waters? Oh, we about to head to whatever city that was in Michigan. Give them away. Damn, the only real life communist I know helps people. Maybe all that shit I learned was bullshit. No. Then you got them open-minded. So now this is your turn. This is your chance to take advantage of this openness. They can be on themselves with this, like they might start looking up what it actually is, communism, what do this hammer and sickle stand for, or whatnot, or they might have the balls to come to you and you explain it. But you got to be ready. We can't be sitting here talking about, well, it's so bad. It's so bad to kill people. Okay, well, let's stop the killing. You know how you stop killing people? How do you stop murderers? Like, these people literally have a gun to your children's future. How do you stop that? Please don't shoot. Man, fuck you. I'm about to shoot this motherfucker brains out. Fuck you. What you gonna do about it? Please. I just don't get it. Where's this gonna get us? How is this gonna get us anywhere by asking oppressors? You know what Nate Turner did? Instead of saying, "Oh well, Master a little fucked up, but this is life. All I can do is ask him to whoop me less, I guess." No, he killed that motherfucker. He killed this goddamn slave owner. He went to other plantations and he killed them fucking owners too, and he freed his fucking people. Now, how do you stop a mass murderer? How do you stop a motherfucker who's willing to take you out for money, power, land? They killed Breonna Taylor for $1. How much is your life worth? Well, organizing overall, I'm gonna say this: if you guys are already with the party, take advantage of that party. Do everything that you can. Get as much money, notoriety, whatever you can. Get it, because it is a sinking ship. You might not feel the drop right now. You may not feel the drop right now, but it is sinking. The Green Party, the People's Party, all of it. It won't last for long. So get it in while you can, right? Take as many people with you and lead them to liberation. Because there are people, when you speaking for these parties, you speaking for these people, you become an influencer. I don't like that word, but you become an influencer. And some people listen to you before they listen to Bernie Sanders. They listen to you before they listen to the politician, because you are the reason why they are over here. It might be your looks. It might be your silver tongue. It might be this, that, blah, 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 right? Those same people will ride with you if you let it be known that, hey, I'm jumping off this motherfucker because it's time to go. I did that with Bernie Sanders and the Green Party. I did that twice because I already knew. I was like, oh, Bernie is weak. I felt it in real life. I wasn't even starstruck. I'm like, yeah, this nigga is weak. He got the same stud speeches. I was like, oh yeah, it's time to turn up. Okay, so I'm about to start doing shit on my own. You know what I'm saying? Start traveling. Putting my face out there more. Create videos, content. Blah blah blah. Let people get the feel of me. Let people know this is what I do. Blah blah blah. Now I have a following off of his platform, right? I have people that's not as left as me, but they are willing to listen, right? So when those same people listen to me, when the time came, Bernie Sanders came out and said he throwing in his hat, we got to vote for Biden to restore democracy. That was my time. That's when I jumped off the boat. I made a video and I put it out there. I said, hey, this isn't working. What democracy is you talking about? Well, this, that, and that's blah. And I just made a hell of a argument that you can't rebuttal against, because, and a lot of people, especially if you black in these spaces, it is it's a blessing and a curse, because nobody wants to listen to you. Then, nobody can really rebuttal you without looking like a racist, right? So it's a blessing and a curse. But I jumped off the boat and I let the people know, like, look, I ain't riding for Bernie no more. If y'all gonna ride with this nigga, stop following me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about this, I'm about that. And people already know I'm gonna get on the ground. I'm gonna take care of the people. I'm gonna be out there, whether it's with Bernie or whoever, right? I took my people and I left. This is the same story with Lucifer. I learned a lot from Lucifer. Lucifer of the Bible was the first. I know a lot of you guys might be religious. I'm not religious. I don't believe in gods and whatnot. But I read the Bible a lot, and I learned Lucifer was the first freedom fighter, was the first civil rights fighter. You know, and the first person to actually question authority. You know, and what did authority do? Instead of hearing him out and say, "Hey, you might have a point," he was burned. You know what I'm saying? He was shunned, and the people that listened to him, even though God was all powerful, almighty, they still went with Lucifer because leadership is on some bullshit, right? And that's exactly what I did. I just took the Lucifer fucking story and I just put it in real life. Bernie Camp was like, "Oh, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. They shunned me. They doxed me. Shit, that whole little side of the fucking Twitter still talking shit about me today. But I'm doing better than any of them. Because I live my own word. I live for my own words. Like, I don't have to hide behind Bernie Sanders. I don't have to hide behind any of the Democratic establishment anymore. None of that. But if you in the party right now, take advantage of this time. It's not gonna last. It's not gonna last long. It's gonna be a good ride, but it's not gonna be a long ride, right? There's only so much grifting that you can do, and that job was basically being a grifter, selling people hyperboles, you know, asking them to do shit for shit that we can't even do. You know what I'm saying? Vote for this, and we believe in Medicare for all, and yeah, and give us our support and give me a little bit of money. That's a real grifting job. Like, you know, we know Bernie wasn't gonna win. We knew he wasn't gonna win. We had fucking meetings about how we knew this nigga wasn't gonna win. That's how I knew it was time to jump off that bitch. Because then it was gonna go from, okay, if I don't jump off this boat now and swim to land, they're gonna throw a plank over to Joe Biden's, and everybody from here gonna go over there. No, that ain't me. That ain't me. I'm only, you know what I'm saying? I'm only here to to take the people that will listen to me. And you start from there. Like my first tour for the poor, it was only funded by 10 people, I want to say. About 10 people funded that my first tour for the poor. That actually funded it, you know. I was on the news and everything. I was on Fox 2 Detroit News about it. Just doing little shit like that, man. Get you out there. And when people get used to seeing you around, they used to seeing the hammer and sickle, helping people and shit like that. How do I get down with this? Like yesterday, we just built a new bench. I got 3 benches on 7 Mile and Gratiot now. I got one in front of City Trends, one in front of McDonald's, and one in the side of churches / like this workout area. And this one lady was like, "Oh, so you're the one building all these?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "Oh, I need a car. I have sons." So now I have people, not, I want to say selling me their kids, but they're giving me their sons. You know how many women gave me their sons? Like, he's 21 years old. He isn't doing too much, but I say blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, yeah. Because they don't want their people out there being in the streets. They want to see their children out there helping people, feeding the homeless, feeding children, helping the children if they can, and whatnot, and just see the good in their community again. And this will give you, like, man, you take care of the mothers, bro. You basically got the whole neighborhood. You got the whole fucking neighborhood. I take care of the killers' mothers, the robbers. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers that will kidnap you. I take care of their mothers, so they won't have to go out there and do some shit like that. They won't have to go out and rob and kill for money for their mother because we already pay her rent. We already fixed, you know what I'm saying? We already fixed the problem that she was stacking up money for. Like I just fixed this lady roof. I forgot to post pictures. She had a fucking hole in her damn roof. Couldn't afford to fix it. I was like, you know what? I got some plywood and a couple of shingles. It ain't gonna match, but it'd be fixed. You know, you get them, you got the whole fucking neighborhood, man. You taking care of these people mothers, you taking care of these people children, their baby mothers, they have no reason to go out here and do that stupid shit. Now they looking for something better, right? And since they have no reason to go out here on the streets, robbing and killing and stealing, what's better off than just joining you? Fuck it, what you doing? I'm just about to go feed some homeless people real quick. Shit, you know, you can ride with me. Then they don't even know what they're getting into. Oh man, what you actually do? Oh, I'm a communist. Communism. Yeah, I heard about it. I don't really know about it too much. Then that's when you can just put any spin you want on it. Like, yeah, we just take care of our people. This is all we do. We, you know what I'm saying? We want to make sure you have housing and this and that. Even though communism isn't just rainbows and fucking rainbows out of unicorns' assholes, it's best to use that propaganda while you can. You know what I'm saying? Use the good propaganda while you can. And then when times get rough, you know, depending on who the person is. See, now remember, you talking to, you know, killers, murderers, thugs, gangsters. You know what I'm saying? You talking to these people. They are ready for some shit like that. These people already lost their life, or they have little time to work with, right? So when you're talking about getting radicalized, you know what I'm saying, getting your license to get your guns and stuff like that, they are down for it. I have 4 young men right now in the care party that don't have a felony, but they are hot heads. And I'm so afraid that one day I'm going to wake up and something bad happened. They shot somebody or something like that. They're just going to lose their privilege of owning a gun and getting right before they're going to get them right before I get them right. Right. But we're going to work on getting them their gun license. We're going to work on getting them a LLC so they can start a business and shit like that. And then now you in people good graces, right? You in people good graces because you didn't just change not only their lives, but their family lives and their family outlook of how life is and how it's supposed to be. A lot of us are stuck in echo chambers, whether that be in on the internet or in our tribe, in our communities. And it really, you know what I'm saying, it's really hard to see the outside world sometimes. You know, because before I started doing Tour for the Poor, I never left Michigan, ever. I couldn't even tell you what I think New York looked like, right? Now take that mind frame and look at somebody who's just been on the same couple of blocks for their whole lives. Like this is their whole life. You're introducing a whole new world to them, a whole new way of living. You know what I'm saying? A whole new, you know what I'm saying? Just new people, new way of loving, of talking to each other, of treating each other. There's one lady like, oh, you always helping people. Who help you get this stuff? I'm like, other people. Like, I see that these people need help, and what I do is I'll go on the internet and I'll be like, look, these people need help right here. So give me some money so I can help these people right here. And that's what I do. I did a spontaneous, like I do some shit spontaneously just to see where the people was at. You know what I'm saying? This is the spontaneous giveaways just to see where the people is at. Are they gonna be there whenever we need them, right? Whenever we need them, right? I had I'm riding up Gratiot. I see a whole bunch of homeless people at the bus stop. I made a tweet. I said, there's a whole bunch of homeless people at the bus stop. Let's go give them some pizza. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising $300. And we raised the $300. We raised the $300. And I went to go feed them people with the money. You know, just do what you are there for. Like the shit, all that, the fame and all that shit, it comes with it. You don't want to be famous. Oh no. Because people start to think the wrong things. See, like when I almost got robbed during the gas giveaway, I had to tell them, like, look, I'm gonna shoot you, but I'm trying to tell you, like, You would get more if you just asked me for a job. You would get way more. Like I only got $300 something here. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not being I'm not gonna be hard on them. Like I didn't just have it out in the open on the fucking counter and just giving it away. It wasn't my money to have in my pocket. And this is why it's on the counter, right? And I always feel like treat them like an animal, they're gonna act like an animal, right? Show them respect, they show you respect. And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, 99.9 of them respected, you know what I'm saying, that me being so open, I'll go over here, I'll leave my phone on live. Y'all seen it. I've been on here doing my gas giveaways. I'll leave my phone in the middle of the fucking gas station. Nobody touch it. Nobody touch the money. Because they know if I steal this now, he'll never come back. If I rob him now, he'll never come back. I need him to, you know what I'm saying, fill those ins and outs. And when they start thinking like, oh, well, damn, yes, bro. They at the back of the damn gas. They act like I've never robbed a nigga before. Well, they don't know me, obviously, but I can feel it. I see them talking to each other. I'm looking in the mirror. Oh, these motherfuckers talking to each other. Look over at me, then look back at each other. I'm like, oh, damn, I got to shoot somebody at the gas station today. And that's how it be. But I had one dude had went outside, I guess, to wait on him so he can hurry up, open the door, and get the fuck out of here, right? But when the dude, he came around the back way where the fucking, where the toiletries and all that shit at, in the coffee machine. And I walked up to him, I was like, I don't want to hurt you, bro. Like, I already know what y'all up to, but you'll be better off just asking me for a job. Straight up. It's like, oh, no, we ain't on that. We was talking about some other shit. Like, no, I can feel that, man. I can feel that. Like, I robbed people at this gas station before. I robbed people at the Coley Island across the street. You can't tell me I don't know when I'm about to get robbed. Or I don't know the fucking feeling or the faces that niggas make. Like, no. And it's not all, and I only bring that up because the shit isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Some people don't realize what you're doing. Some people don't give a fuck about what you're doing because they are starving now, right? And you gotta protect yourself. You know, just because you are anti-gun or anti-violent doesn't mean everybody else is, right? So protect yourself. If you're not going to carry a gun, go out there with enough people to come back, right? Especially working in cities like Detroit, you know, Compton, Florida, all over Florida. You know, you can get fucked up. Thinking shit just all sweet, like, oh, well, I'm just here for you guys. So? I just seen them steal a church bus. You think they give a fuck about you? No, they don't. But you gotta let them know that you give a fuck about you, and you are willing to, you know, basically do what it takes to be here tomorrow. Because it isn't all good in the hood. It isn't all good. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people think that you are there to make a couple of dollars or to get famous or to use them for their for your YouTube channels or whatnot. They don't know that you got good intentions. Some people can really give a fuck if you got good intentions. But if you don't have a platform right now, if you're not with the Democratic Party, if you're not with the Greens, you're not with any of these, this is the best. Like, you have no baggage. You have no baggage, nothing in your closet, no homophobic that you work for, no ex-segregationist that you work for. This is your time to get out here and make this shit whatever you want it, right? Like, motherfuckers, like, a lot of people are gonna see you and think just because you black, you brown, you female, I don't vote Democrat. I ain't with the Democrats neither. But I ain't with the Republicans because I'm smarter than that. Because I know that this is a duopoly, right? You can make this shit how the fuck you want because you have no baggage. You have nobody pulling you back or holding you back, I should say, because of what they have done with their platform and to these people in these communities. So now let's say when you guys walk in these communities talking about socialism, the community that you walk into gets socialism confused with Bernie Sanders. So now this is your time to call out Bernie Sanders and what he has actually done, how much harm he's actually done to not only the word, but to socialism and socialists all over, and show them how they benefit off of socialism. Like, I always tell this joke because I know he's still thinking about this today. When I was in Compton, the hotel manager, he was like, I was talking to him about what I do and whatnot, and I say blah. He was like, "Oh, I'm not a big fan of socialism," but then I cut him off. I was like, "I bet you're gonna enjoy those Social Security checks, though." He said, "What?" I said, "I bet you're gonna enjoy those Social Security checks." And he just looked like, boom. It's right in the fucking name. How could you not know? How could you not know this? Okay, take the Social Security check without all those cuts that those capitalists made to them, and establish that all over to housing, to everything. I'm sorry.
Power on. Bluetooth pairing.
Oh my God. Bluetooth. Lemon juice, shuffleboard, and the print. Man, no, Bernie, we don't leave no traders. We don't leave traders out to just be. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bernie should be called out just as much as anybody, as AOC or anybody using socialism and making it look bad. That's all they doing. They making these people think this is socialism. They have these conservatives calling liberals leftists. He fucked us up. And I don't think he should even sleep. I don't think he should get any sleep. I think people should be protesting him 24/7 for what he has done to the left in communism. He should be harassed until his heart pop out of his damn chest. The same with all these politicians. They use our name, they use our language, and they use it against us. That is some evil, evil, evil shit. You know how evil you got to be to take the voice of minority communities, take their language, and use it against them? You got to be a real heartless bastard to do some shit like that. And that's what they have done. Green Party makes one wrong move and I'm leaving. The Green Party, man, I did commercials for the Green Party. I done did voiceovers, and the Green Party wasn't never serious, man. If the Green Party was serious, they would have invested in not only lawyers, more lawyers, they would have invested in a militia. If Green Party was serious, they would have invested in a militia and a small army. Why not? Democrats and Republicans do it. They have people to protect them. I knew they weren't serious when they didn't have anybody to protect their politicians. Not the Secret Service, not anybody that's government sent or government funded, something from the proletarian. How can you call yourselves a party for the proletarian if you don't even trust the proletarian to take care of you or to make sure that you are safe? Man, I smoke weed and cigarettes. That shit ain't gonna stop nothing. Can you imagine Rome as president? No. I don't see me being in any type of leadership role, I should say, to be honest, because I am authoritarian. Like, I'm dead as authoritarian. Like, I believe in rehabilitation and shit like that, but there are isn't a way that you're going to get your point across without being authoritarian, especially to a country like America. Right? And there are a lot of ways that would change this, but I don't think my way of life or my way of thinking should be implemented on you guys. Like, I think it's up for the Zoomers and somebody that's younger, probably younger than me, to just take those leadership roles, because I'm crazy, y'all. Like, I would dead ass, like, I'm not crazy enough to go to war and stuff like that. I'll probably hang a couple of fucking billionaires and stuff like that. But y'all don't want me as president. Y'all don't want me as president. And I'll be too weak as president anyway. But that's just me. I see myself being in the military. I always wanted to be in the military in the USSR, but I never wanted to be in American military. They sent me pamphlets, and the National Guard was trying to get me and stuff like that. But I gotta show the Afeni speech. I don't even know what speech you're talking about. I haven't talked to Afeni in so long. Rome can't be pressed for the same reason a lot of us can't. Our role is not securing the leverage, power, personnel. Yep. My goal, I feel like my goal as a revolutionary is to push this message as much as I can and die. Like, I don't see me going in. Like, my job has been propaganda for the last 8 years. I've been pushing propaganda, right? So I feel comfortable with my role. I don't feel comfortable. I don't think that I should be or qualified to be in a leadership position. I'm not even smart enough to do no shit like that. Like, I can make a couple of bills and shit like that, whatever. But as far as me actually, it's a lot of people out here. It's a lot of people that's really qualified, and people do have that political mindset to go out here and be a senator or president, et cetera, after the revolution. Because I don't want to waste them and send them into these parties, having them thinking that they can do anything inside of a corporation besides getting a raise. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way you're going to move up in a corporation is by getting a promotion from your boss. And that's what the Democratic and the Republican parties are. They are corporations. So, there are people out there with those political mindsets. And I believe my job is to protect those people with those political mindsets who want to be able to run for governor one day, who want to be able to run for the president one day. And everybody has a place in a revolution. Everybody has a job, and everybody has job and chores in this revolution. But after the revolution actually happened, a lot of us that's so-called leaders right now will have to take the back burner, because revolutions are not just a start and stop thing. It will be a generation on thing. It's going to take a while for the dust to settle. And when the dust settles, I'm going to be damn near 50-something years old. And the same, what I'm saying? I would be a hypocrite because I'm yelling at these same people who are passing legislation and, going into power for many years and looking at and passing things that they won't have to live through, passing things for communities that they don't have to live in. So I don't. I just think everybody has a role. Everybody has a place. Everybody gonna get in where they fit in once they find their place. And a lot of people, like right now, they see me out here. They like, oh yeah, I want to go do that. I want to go help that. Bro, you are disabled. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting. Your back hurt. Your leg, whatever it is, you need a mental evaluation before you get out here. Because y'all see, I have mental breakdowns every time I leave. Even I'll be in the middle of a fucking giveaway having a fucking breakout, right? So think about what you can do, right? Not what other people is doing, because it's easy to get motivated. I get motivated by music. I get motivated by seeing people help people. I get motivated by seeing people hurt people. You see all them people that was just laughing at the cop getting knocked out on my Twitter. But yeah. But I believe in all of you guys. I believe we all got a place. We just can't see what other people is doing and say, "Oh, I want to do that." No, because that ain't your calling. Because if it was, you'll be doing it, right? Find out what you are here for. Find out what you are here for, man. Some of you guys are teachers. Some of you guys are can be drill sergeants, whatever the fuck. But we have enough killers. We have enough shooters. I just have to get their mind right. I just have to teach them how to actually aim their gun at the right targets, right? Because we see enough of us die. We had enough of our family members die from our neighbors and whatnot, right? We have to teach those people how to aim their guns. And while we are teaching them people how to aim their guns, you can take their children and teach them about socialism, teach them about communism. And this is how we go. This is how we go hand in hand with things as a community. Like, the easiest thing that's going to come with organizing is actually getting the shit. The hardest part of organizing is finding people who's going to take your shit. Because there's some people out there that just need it. They just won't take the help. Like I was down there in Kansas riding around with Stan. And it was just one woman. She was homeless, shirt hanging off her. You know, she just didn't have it. Tried to give her some money. You know, I had some clothes for her, and she just like, nope, get away from me. I don't want it. And it'd be like that. We walked miles around New York looking for people to just take the help. Sometimes that can be the hardest thing. And the people that's going to take it, sometimes they're going to be in and out. You might not have time to spit communist propaganda. This is why I don't do it the first time around. You know, I come around, I help you. The fourth time I come around, oh shit, that's a big ass hammer and sickle flag. Like, he's a communist this whole time? Yeah. What else you thought I was? A capitalist? If I was a capitalist, I would have bought your motherfucking house and kicked you out. When you come to LA for a barbecue. I was just in LA last year. I did something with CJ on Skid Row. Real question, man to man. If you hear someone saying they're going to jump you right outside your door, would you ignore it and think someone might, for 9 months, go to management? I beat they motherfucking ass. I'll just catch them one-on-one and beat they fucking ass. There's no rules in fighting, whether you catch them head up or walking down the stairs or their head turned or they tied their shoe. They're talking about jumping you. You keep that same damn energy. Going to management ain't going to stop nothing but make it worse. Then they're going to think that you a pussy. Then they're going to start to take advantage of you. You got to stand up for yourself. Catch their ass. If you don't know how to fight, learn. Learn how to fight. And if they still whoop your ass, shoot their ass. Police called on you? Okay. Do your time. Stand up and do your time because you stood up for yourself. That's all you know. That's all that should be understood. I done been in jail for driving tickets, my nigga. You can go do a little DV. There ain't nothing. They're gonna drop those charges because they're gonna look like pussies. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta stand up for yourself, man. Don't let nobody talk about touching you, touching anybody in your family. That ain't how shit happens. Go down. That's not how it's gonna happen, right? The only reason why they're talking about jumping you is because they're weak in the first place. They need each other to take you down, Sam. Don't fall for it. Don't let them make your heart jello. Make your heart stone. Make you feel like, damn, Y'all need to jump me? I guess I am the shit then. You need more than one person to fight me? Damn, I'm flattered. That's how you should feel. You know how they feel? They scared. They scared of the embarrassment that you might handle. And you might not even know that you're a fighter. A lot of people don't know that they're actually fighters until they get into a fight. They don't know that they have a killer instinct until they actually kill. So take that how you want, Sam, but it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. They're gonna keep talking about, as long as you sit there and let them talk like that, they're gonna continue to talk like that. As long as you sit there and let them, whatever, bro. I'm just gonna tell you right now. When you see one of them, don't even say nothing. Just go in their shit. When you see the one that was talking about, go on their shit. Fuck it. The new Dragon Ball. You talking about what Gohan? I liked it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not really digging Piccolo form, his name of his form, but yeah. I like that Gohan actually stood up for herself. God damn. Put down the books and pick up your fist, nigga. You know who your daddy is. But yeah. I like it. It ain't bad. Somebody say I be saying too much. Hey, man, shit, man. Y'all caught me on a sober day. If I was still getting high, man, I'd be in this motherfucker wilding. But it's all good, though. But all y'all got the tools, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Black. All y'all got the tools it takes, you know what I'm saying, to get your community where it needs to be. Your mouth is the best tool. Your hands. Good hands and a silver tongue, man, you can get yourself anywhere. In any conversation, you can build yourself into any house. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being broke with a silver tongue and good hands. You know, I can knock on your door and make you want to get your house done, right? I'll make up a problem that you never even thought of, right? And this is how you got to hit the streets. Use what you got. If you got a silver tongue, use it for your community. If you have hands that can build, use it for your community. If you have hands that can destroy, use it for your community. Because we're going to need all of it. Fight, destroy, rebuild. Fight, destroy, rebuild. Hit me up sometime so I can help out. If you're in Detroit, I got you. Brianna is a fighter, man. I don't know. Brianna is a fighter, but she like just like I was saying, right? Everybody has a role in a revolution. Everybody has a place in the revolution, right? Like when Breonna Joy Gray was on Revolutionary Blackout, she was saying how she wasn't an organizer and whatnot. I was like, what you talking about? You organized a march for, you know what I'm saying, for forced to vote. Like, I don't give a fuck if it was only 5 or 10 people out there. That was a march. It was legit. And you got more people out here than any of these Twitter heads can. You actually brought people to the ground off the internet in real life. That's organizing. You are an organizer. Don't downplay yourself, right? But we see other people doing it a little bit better. We see other people with, you know, with a better mouthpiece to get more people out here, and we're like, oh man, well, what I'm doing is enough. Then compared to that, don't compare yourself to the next man. You should be comparing this march to the next march you're doing, or the next march you're doing to the last march you did. You are your only competition. This is no competition. We all trying to help people. We all just trying to help people. This isn't about who does it better, who has more people on the ground. Just do what you can. She's a fighter. She just she's more of a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like she's more of a teacher. Like I wouldn't have Breonna Joy Gray out there arming herself to the T, even though I really think she should have a gun, keep a gun, stay strapped. But I wouldn't put her on the front lines, right? Because what she can do better while the revolution is going on, she can help us push our propaganda. She has a platform and a warming presence that even in the middle of war, you can stop in the middle of chaos and listen to her. You don't want to hear me, you know, if I'm in the middle of a war, you don't want to hear me, right? Because then I'm gonna get you guys panicking. I'm gonna get you guys, oh my God, this is going, it's really happening, right? Breonna Joy Gray, even if it is going down, and she can talk to you in a melatonin voice that will really get you to stop and listen, you know. But everybody has a place. Bridge strapped up. That'd be funny as hell. Oh shit, that'd be funny as fuck. Rome, do you know Jeremy Hills about the community gardens in Detroit? No. They I hear about them a lot, but I never seen them. But I'm doing my own things anyway, so I don't really like, man, I really rarely connect with other people because I don't trust them. You know, it's hard to go to people for help as a communist, you know. I kind of wait for the help to come to me. I kind of just do my own thing until people be like, till they are comfortable enough to work with me openly, because a lot of people see, you know what I'm saying, I'm a communist and I'm talking shit about the Democratic Party, which they vote for overwhelmingly in these cities. You know, it kind of turns them off. You know, so I kind of just wait for people to come to me, if that makes sense. Thank you. Thank everybody for the super chats. I'm being so fucking rude. I barely be on here, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. Is he bigger than you? You may need to scare the hell out of him by going berserk on him. Man, just shoot that nigga in his fucking foot. Breeze dope. I think she should give people like Jank, TYT too much benefit of the doubt for being. I don't think she giving him. I think Bree is too calm to be condescending, right? Like if I was condescending, you guys would be able to tell, like, oh, Rome being condescending. He's just being an asshole. But look at her facial features when she's talking to these people. She's like, you know, she's letting you guys know, like, this is fucking baloney. But she would never. She's more of the big tent type of podcaster. She are willing to talk to these people, those people, blah blah blah. Right? She's not gonna shut you down, but she's gonna shut you down while you guys are on a podcast with her. Right? She exposed Ryan Grimm and was like, nigga. Yeah, like she was being so nice with the wording that you will never know. Like if you don't have that, if you don't know what's actually going on, you won't even know that she's talking shit about these guys right in front of their face. Like when she, what the fuck she had asked Jank. She's like, yeah, I think that you should sit down and just talk to Jimmy Dore if you got something against him. But I'm not Jimmy Dore, and like, man, that shit. Thanks for communism. Mark slides in the ground for real. Communism will never die, man. Communism is just the way of life, and Marx really capitalized off of it by really just writing down what a whole bunch of tribes were living like, and a whole bunch of people were living like when when they would visit these places that didn't have currencies, or currencies like how we trade in between each other and whatnot. He just really capitalized off of it and really did it nationwide, electorally, you should say. But yeah, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Like another Jimmy Dore hater. Like, I don't even watch, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't watch Jimmy Dore. I don't watch Brianna Joy Gray. I don't watch nobody. I barely watch our show. I barely have time for this shit, to even stream myself. I'm not about to sit here and watch these people. I have nothing against any of these people, right? At the end of the day, all of these people are out for some goal, whether that be fame or change. And they ain't I'm not that type of guy to get in the middle of that. I might state my opinion. Like, I was getting mad because a lot of people was talking shit about Jimmy Dore. And I look on their pages, these people vote for capitalism. They take up for capitalism. They taking up for the NATO spending. I'm like, you talking about Jimmy Dore and you guys are okay with funding Nazis? Like, I can't take you people serious. Like, stop talking about Jimmy Dore and talk about those brown kids you got killed. But they need a boogeyman. If revolutionary blackout get big enough, we're gonna be the boogeyman. He's a white man. He's not as left as the other podcasts, right? Or how they say they are. And he has a big enough audience for people to notice him and think that he actually did some damage. And this gives his voters, the Democratic voters, a reason to be mad and not look at what's really going on. Oh, Gaza Strip is getting bombed, but Jimmy Dore. Like, dude, the nigga you just voted for just, you know what I'm saying? He's putting us in a proxy war. He's just threatening China. Oh, Jimmy Dore. Like, that we don't have any more vaccines or any more motherfucking formula for the children. We're starving in Afghanistan right now when we're freezing $7 billion in the ass. Oh, Jimmy Dore. You think that shit gonna distract me? You think I'm dumb enough to get distracted with Jimmy Dore when other motherfuckers is really dodging the bombs that you guys sent out? I'm not that dumb. That shit is a distraction. And no matter how you feel about Jimmy Dore, whether he's to your left or you, like, if we start weighing people or holding people accountable, none of you guys are leftists. There is no leftist movement in America. If we really wanted to put things how they supposed to be, if we really look out the Overton window in America, in the U.S., and where you guys sit at, you're not a leftist. You've been enabling white supremacy your whole adulthood. How are you a leftist? What makes you socialist? No matter how you feel about this man, you're no better than him. Actually, you're probably worse. You probably voted for Obama twice. After him and Hillary openly admitted to the open slavery over there. You probably voted for Trump. You probably voted for this, probably voted for that. You're no better. You just don't want me to call you out. You don't want me to look at that blood on your motherfucking hands and say, hey, yeah, enough about Jimmy Dore for a second. Do you see that blood on your hands? You don't see that blood on your hands? You don't see that you voted for the motherfuckers who was cheerleading a war in Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan. You don't see the blood on your hands from the children of Yemen. You don't see the blood on your hands from the people of Korea. What makes you any better? Oh, because your words make other people feel good, but you're going to do the exact same shit the other party was, right? You're not going to bring real change. Jimmy Dore. But Jimmy. Like, man, I am facing evictions. I am struggling. Student debt is crushing me. These loans are crushing me. I really wish the Democrats did something about this. If Jimmy Dore would never met with Boogaloo Boys, what the fuck they got to do anything, my motherfucker? I'm dying. I'm starving. Please help us. Why aren't Democrats doing anything? Oh, you prefer Trump? I prefer not to go hungry. What the fuck? So you would rather Biden star me than Trump? Are you listening? Or is this just a game to you? You think you on some type of team? That's what you think. You ain't on a team, but your ass is getting played. Bill Gates now controls 50% of America's food production, and he got 70% of our fucking farming land. And they are paying people not to grow food. Why are they paying people not to grow food? Why won't Democrats do anything about this? Oh, well, this started under Trump. Okay, well, why aren't Democrats doing anything to stop this? Yeah. Just get some more like-minded people in office, you guys. That's all it's going to take. Just some like-minded people, that's all. We all like-minded, man. That's crazy. Like, you know, I sit here and I help people all the time. But then you guys sit here, you know, like it's a real difference from Twitter roam to real life to online roam, right? Like right here, I'll give you a mixture, right? But in real life, I'm not like this. I'll be ready to really murder people, you know? Like I'm not some nice guy. I'm not that nice, you know? I'm just doing this for propaganda, but overall, like, I'm ready. You know, this shit. What the fuck is that? Oh my God. I fixed this damn gutter, and now it has a fucking leak right in the corner, but it's okay. I know what to do. I'm just get me a new I'm gonna get me a new sleeve. Probably push it up just a little bit more. No, push it down, push it in, because that's yeah. Down, up, down, down. That's not leaking. That's not leaking. What the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all, but that shit pissed me off. No, I got silicone up there. It's going right through it. Billionaires own us, like George Collins said. We live in a country of owners and we need to fight back. I mean, like, Yes, we are literally like we owned by banks and shit like that. But it's not that many people, y'all. Like we sitting here acting like we are facing 350 million people. We are only facing like 200 people max. Powerful people. Like I'm talking real powerful, right? People that control the shit. It's only about 200 to 300 of them. Then you got to go to the lobbyists, then you get to the politicians, but it's only a handful of them. And we don't even need all of them to make an example. All we need is an example, a strong example to let these people know that if the government won't do it, we will. And unlike the government, we're not going to give you a slap on the wrist. We're not going to tell you to this is a penalty by fee. You know what I'm saying? You get to pay your way out of this. No. Make an example out of them. Make an example out of the oil tycoons. Make an example out of the hunters that go out of colonizers. Make an example out of these people. And they would stop it. Because they would think twice because they see that you are thinking for once. It's your life or theirs, man. Why is you playing around? Like you seeing these people just torment your neighborhood and you're just like, well, if I was to stop that guy, I would be just as bad. Huh? See, that's what they be telling. That's the shit that they say about communism and Nazis. Well, the communists was just as bad because they killed all those people. Who did they kill? Who did they kill? Why did they kill them people? Right? Well, murder is just bad. No, murder isn't bad. Killing isn't bad. It just depends on what you murder and kill for. That's one of the biggest parts of your life is your death. It all depends on what you kill for, who you killing for. But we ain't even doing that. We just letting our people get killed. We let them gentrify the neighborhood. The police come through and do whatever. They rough up your mother. They rough up your auntie. They fucked up your sister. They went after your dad. They went after your brothers. And we're just like, well, I guess that's just the way it is. That's why I tell people I'm not sad about communist victims. There is no communist victims. Because Stalin never killed a human. No. No, real shit though. Stalin never killed a human. But there is no victims in communism. There are only the people that stand in the way of communism and the people that stand for communism. There is no victims. Yeah, Mayo, none of our leaders, they never killed humans. See, these things that was claiming to be human or a human form were actually monsters. Were actually monsters who would colonize lands, who would torture millions of people. You know, these things that came to us as human beings, they were monsters and they had to be dealt with. They never hurt humans. They dealt with the monsters that we had to deal with at that time. But now it's a new time and it's time for new leaders. And we're gonna have to take those same L's and live the same way and fight the same way that those leaders have. You know, nothing has changed. You will not get liberation through a ballot box. You will not get liberation from you and your children holding up signs in the middle of a street, in the middle of a city that should be already giving you the basics. Right? Had a gulag somebody said to me that communism had a gulag. I said the U.S. Even if they did have a gulag, we can't, like, look, this is why it's good to know propaganda right off the bat, right? So every time I'm out and people, like somebody was on the train, they was talking about, you know what I'm saying, the Communist Party of China and whatnot, and, you know, them having Muslims locked up. I was like, do you actually care about the Muslims? I'm like, okay, I don't believe there are Muslims locked up or concentration camps in China, but let's go with this for a second. Do you actually care? What are we going to do with the people if China was like, okay, well, America, we're going to give them to you? What do you think America going to do with them? The same damn thing that China was doing with them, right? And you can't sit here and say and call out another country for human violation rights, you know what I'm saying, violating human rights, and you have, you know what I'm saying, like 12% of the fucking population locked up, and you don't even have 1 billion people. We have more people locked up here than China do overall. They have billions. They have 1 billion humans. How can you, like, okay, so what are we gonna do? He's like, no, I'm just saying, like, they're locking the people up. There's no freedom of speech. I said, when the last time you was able to talk to somebody outside of the country without switching your VPN? When the last time you talked to somebody from North Korea? When the last time you talked to somebody from China? Never. It isn't because of their government. It's because our government don't want us connecting with those people to see what the truth really is, how they actually are living, how they actually are living better than us. I remember back in the days, they used to be like, people in Africa and China don't have much, so you eat all your food. People in China don't have food. People in Africa don't have food. Remember that? Now it's all turned around, right? We done sold our manufacturing, sold our jobs off, sold our people out. And we're going to blame who? China? How are we going to blame China when it was the fucking capitalists that sold us out? You get mad at the communists for buying? What the fuck? Like, you're going to get mad at the communists for helping the capitalists sell themselves out. This is why I always say, you know, Malcolm said by any means necessary, right? And when China saw that necessary, what they do? They took it. They didn't give a, they knew that they had to take this manufacturing from America to become a better nation and a better nation for the whole world. And what they are doing with that manufacturing, they are building around the world the things that we could have did, because they don't have that profit motive. But you got all these greedy people here willing to buy up and sell off every fucking thing. And now we're stuck here. That isn't China's fault. That's America's fault. And Americans. Because I got to start holding you voters and non-voters accountable. You really just let your job get sold off like that? No politician ever paid the price for that. Nobody went to jail for selling off our manufacturing. Nobody violated any rules. Nobody what? They sold off your job and you mad at an immigrant. You think the immigrant's coming and taking your job. How stupid are you? How stupid are you to think an immigrant can just come and take your fucking job? You know what it is? They see these people. They see where they came from because they know that they have either raped their land, taken everything from them, and they know that they will work for pennies. The same job that you was just getting paid $25 to $50 an hour for, people will work $5 a day for it because of the conditions that we put them through. We put them under. That's why they would go out there and get that slave labor because they feel like, well, we pay you guys too much any fucking way. And we feel like we're not getting paid at all, right? So they say, well, we're just going to make as much profit as we can off of this shit. Fuck these niggas. It's all about profit with these people. At the end of the day, when I was broken and beaten up for construction, they even took away my phone. Damn. Man, this shit is so crazy. I'm telling you. They took away everything, man. Y'all remember the NAFTA deal? Man, my mama lost her house. My auntie lost her house. And I actually, like, this is when I was, like, getting into politics. And I was telling motherfuckers, I was like, look, it's the Democrats that's selling us out. It's Democrats that's selling us out. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, okay. And then when Trump came to Michigan, he was like, yeah, the Democrats gave us the NAFTA deal. I know a lot of black people that voted for Trump, dead ass. I know a lot of people up here that voted for Trump or just didn't vote at all because of that simple fact, because of the NAFTA deal. That shit hurt us. It hurt the Midwest. A lot of us are still homeless from that bill, still jobless, no benefits, no nothing. Imagine your job just up and disappearing. We got a caller, Brady. What's going on?
What's good, Jerome? Just wanted to add that if minimum wage increased the productivity, the minimum wage would be about $60-something an hour.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now.
man.
$60-something, like $62 an hour.
And that's minimum. See,
yeah. If minimum wage increased with the productivity of autonomy.
And they say, oh, you isn't worth that much. You're not worth that much. Why they sit here and make thousands of dollars a second? You know how much Bill Gates just made? How much Jeff Bezos just made by us sitting here? Millions of dollars.
Nobody works that hard. Nobody works that hard.
But we're not worth it.
It's impossible to work that hard.
We're not worth it, man. Even though you build my plants, you operate them, you manage them. You know what I'm saying? You help build me who I am today. But you're just not worth $60 an hour. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I got billions of dollars off of your body. You know what I'm saying? I got generations off of your life. I shaved generations off of your life. I stuck you in this goddamn factory for a generation or so. I took away your back, and I'm going to take away your benefits. But I just don't see you being worth $60 an hour. I'm sorry. It's fucked up.
Tough times right now, man. So what's the solution going to be?
It's a lot of solutions to many problems, but the main solution is not to give up, not to be weak. That's the main solution. If you're going to negotiate,
all right.
If you're going to negotiate. But my thing is, we don't negotiate with our enemies at the table. Even if they own these buildings. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to negotiate amongst the proletariat to come up with the best plan for your group, your community, and what y'all got going on, you know, because everybody has to move at a different pace. Some of you guys are going to have to be frontline. Some of you guys are going to have to be on the computer. Some of you guys are going to have to be in the backgrounds and making all types of fucking troll pages and whatnot. But as far as negotiating with a motherfucker like Jeff Bezos, no. Because we already know what we want, right? As workers that work for Amazon or work for any other billionaire. We know what we want amongst each other, whether that be a union, better healthcare, better this, better that, right? We take that shit and keep pushing it on other people until we get enough to do something with it, right? Until we have enough power to either shut down this fucking plant. If all of us walked out this bitch, scabs and all, you know, or you could just, you know, kidnap your boss, man. I don't know. You know, it's a lot of solutions, but the main one is not. It's not. It's not.
Psychedelic renaissance. Instead of a political revolution, do a psychedelic renaissance at least at the same time.
Yeah.
That way our thoughts are clear, thinking clearly. That way we stay motivated, like you said. You know, that way we don't give up. We can imagine new solutions, better futures, all that kind of stuff. And it awakens people on an ecological level. So that's going to encourage them to do things like grow their own food, make community gardening more of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to lower healthcare costs across the country. So, I mean, just right there alone, you can have a very tangible reason to do it. And that is legalizing psychedelics, or even just encouraging people to do them illegally would lower healthcare costs at the very least.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you 100%. And
oh man, let me tell you a story too, man. I've lost so many good friends to Klonopin. I don't know if you're familiar. There's a lot of these psychotropic drugs.
Man, I used to be,
Klonopin
man.
Dr. Jordan Peterson. I don't know if you remember Jordan Peterson. Klonopin is what took down Dr. Jordan Peterson, man. So it's some pretty serious shit.
Man, I used to take Klonopin.
I've seen it destroy the lives of a lot of really good people that I've known from high school growing up and stuff like that. People who were bound and destined for success, had a bad day, got prescribed Klonopin, and then their whole lives just spun out of control.
Klonopins, Vicodin. Man, I've been a junkie twice. I was a junkie twice. Once in my teen years, and then when I got older and my teeth started to rot out, you know, and I got back. Yeah, man, it was bad.
Yeah, toxic stuff. I mean, even if you take it on its own, it's toxic stuff. But if you take some mushrooms, you take some DMT, you're not hurting yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take mushrooms and DMT all day, you just be tired, if anything. But the stuff is not inherently toxic, you know, and it does so much good for the human body. What I'm doing right now is I'm encouraging the young people and old people. I'm encouraging everybody, the working class, to start using psychedelics, because psychedelics is the secret of the Illuminati. It's the secret of the Freemasons. It's one of their secrets. It's one of their main secrets. I'm going to tell you, if you see the acacia tree used in Freemasonry or any kind of symbology through the Bible or anything, the acacia tree represents black acacia, which has a high DMT content. And they would make an extract from the black acacia, and that was the philosopher's stone. They would take a burning ember from the end of a stick from a fire, and they would touch it to the philosopher's stone. They would inhale the vapors, and that's how they would smoke DMT back in the day.
Damn, I never knew that. But drugs been around before humans, so, and they're gonna be here after we gone. So I feel like there's a lot of ways that we can, like, I know, I hate to say it, but the revolution will get spun out of control with temporarily embarrass millionaires and billionaires and white people who's racist, you know. And this is why I was speaking to somebody who's like, they had told me no war but the class war. I'm like, whoa. Like, there's a class war, but there's many wars. Like, you better watch it, because this is like like this is a way to shut me the fuck up. I always feel like that was the way to shut me up when I started talking about black issues, black. And I'm telling them, like, bro, they don't hate me because I'm poor. They hate me because I'm black. Like, nigga, you think that these rich blacks in these spaces are getting treated highly? Like, nigga, no, they are footstools. You know what I'm saying? They are literally master.
Like, you're not wrong, but as long as you are at the same time aware that they are using our skin color to divide us right now.
That's what I'm telling people. Like, look,
the helter-skelter technique from the 60s.
There needs to be a revolution.
When they got Charles Manson to go into that house and murder Sharon Tate while she was pregnant, and then they tried to blame it on black people.
See, look, man, there's a lot of education.
A civil war between white people and black people.
There's a lot of education that we have to do before we bring a revolution to the table. Because if we was to bring a revolution to the table right now, while people are literally live streaming themselves, shooting down black and brown people, right? While people are going in church, shooting up black church. We are going to have a fucking problem if we was to bring a revolution while all these dumbass racists are trying to protect this government.
Yeah. You know, another solution that I have that I think the left is doing wrong right now is instead of encouraging censorship, we should be encouraging debate. When you get one of these racist douchebags, and instead of trying to shut him up, invite him to the show. You know what I mean? Invite him on the show, put him in front of a camera and a microphone, and make that fool stand next to his own words, let him embarrass himself in front of everyone. No one will want to be that dude's friend the next day.
I don't think it's necessarily leftist. That's
we should be doing the opposite of trying to censor them. We should be giving them the biggest, loudest platform to embarrass themselves on. Honestly, like that's what happened with Stink the other day with Brianna Greyjoy. If you noticed, I don't know if you caught that. The Sink Uger from TYT interviewed Brianna Greyjoy.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she embarrassed him on his own show. You know, she showed up to the debate and she absolutely embarrassed him on his own show. It was really nice. She did a classy job of it. And she did a brilliant example of how to defeat your enemies with better speech. You know, how to defeat bad speech with better speech.
Yeah, because if we was to share censorship, what do you think is going to happen to somebody like me? Like, you think they're gonna sit here and keep letting me tell you guys to kill people in the government?
Exactly, dude. This is what I told people back when they banned Alex Jones, dude. I said, hey, if y'all ban Alex Jones, they're just gonna use this against the left too.
Yeah.
And sure as fuck, dude. Like,
what was that one saying? They came for the socialists. I didn't say nothing because I wasn't a socialist. They came for the communists. I didn't say nothing because I wasn't a communist. Now they're coming for me.
This is RT off YouTube. This is RT off YouTube. That was incredible. I was shocked when that happened. No one makes it. No one cares. But hardly anyone on the left. Maybe like 10% of my fellow lefties cared about it when it happened. You know. So I got 3 books for you, my dude. Are you ready? You got your pen and paper ready? I'm gonna drop them in the comment section for you.
Oh yeah, drop them in the comment section so I can watch it over.
Yeah, I got 3 books for you. The first one is the Immortality Key. Immortality Key. The next one is Chaos. It's called Chaos. A Secret History of the 60s.
Okay.
And then the last one is Chaos, Immortality Key. Shit, what was the third one?
Man, somebody said
One Nation Under Blackmail.
Somebody said 9/11 was an inside job. All that shit was everything that happens is an inside job. Nothing is getting past this government without them knowing.
If you like that, dude, this is all about the Epstein network.
Okay. Oh yeah. Good. I'm definitely check those.
But it ties into 9/11 as well.
You put them in the messages or in the comments?
I think an investigation of COVID-19 as well, like also intimately linked with the investigation of 9/11, and so it's all connected, my dude. And Whitney Webb dropped those books. He just wrote it down.
All this shit is an inside job. They needed 9/11.
I'll pass the mic to Scotty.
They needed 9/11 just like they need Russia and Ukraine, just like they need just like they needed Hurricane Katrina to wipe out all those fucking black people. Yeah, they knew what was gonna happen. What's going on, Scotty? Scotty.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
Yeah. Can you? Okay. I was just reading a story on Twitter about Caleb Maupin. Apparently, like he's got some sex allegations.
Oh yeah. I read that this morning. Tell the truth, that dude do not like me. So I was kind of like,
that dude, what?
He don't like me.
Oh, he doesn't like you?
No, he been a revolutionary blackout. He love Nick, but he think he can't stand my black ass.
I I've known about him like since like Occupy Wall Street. So like we usually watch him off and on. And I went to his Twitter. His Twitter is he deleted his Twitter. The YouTube's still up, and like he still has his Facebook. So I'm not exactly
man. I read some shit. It said that, man, that shit was juicy. Motherfuckers, like, he had this one chick to call him his intern, basically just to doubt him, like basically, like he got that kink, that doubting kink, like, oh, you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit, you know what I'm saying? Get your shit together, that type of kink. And it was some shit, boy. It was some shit. Like, ever since, oh man, I don't know if I can talk about it because I might get taken down for this, but Caleb, if it's true, then hey, fuck it, like, it is what it is. I can't do shit for you. I'm not gonna do anything for you. All I can do is wish the best for your victims. But if it isn't, then you should come out on top. You know what I'm saying? Because being a black male man, I done had motherfuckers come out of me for allegations that I never even thought about before. You know what I'm saying? I done did jail time for some shit that I didn't even do and had to fucking prove it, right? But when it's
they just had their CPI conference in Chicago. I guess they had a pretty good response. So I don't exactly the story's just fresh, so I can't necessarily like come on one side or the other. But it's just wow, like you know all these things about these like certain people. Like, you think you know them, and then you really don't, or like,
man, you never know nobody. What we tell you is what we want you to know. Niggas is not gonna know every part. Like, even though I give y'all enough of me, y'all will never know all of me, right?
Yeah.
So it's dangerous, this is the gamble. This is the gamble that you have when you joining parties that's not, ran by you, or you'll have no insight on leadership. You have no idea who these people are. You just take them on their word. Y'all believe in the same thing. Y'all say y'all believe in the same things, and that's when the gamble comes into play, because you never know who's doing what at the top, right? You're not behind those closed doors. You're not in those meetings. So, that's, I wouldn't say. Everybody got to take their L's, man. We all been in these parties. We all been in these groups where some shit that went wrong, or we turns out that this motherfucker is sex pest or racist and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We took an L, but they took the biggest L, because not only did they lose their group, you know what I'm saying? They lost us, and that's the biggest L that you can get.
Hey, what did you think about that whole Brianna Jenks thing? Like, I kind of felt like he was basically trying to play discipline in her, so he could discredit her to his like normie Democrat audience, and but at the same time, like, try to make sure like the anti-imperialist left. Like, he didn't want his audience to hear this, so he kept saying Jimmy Dore, Jimmy Dore,
Yeah, because I feel like it was a way, because he's paid to do this, man. He got to shut down the left. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got to shut down the left. He can't let people get too far, right? And even with him, she just be in the middle of a conversation. But look, Jimmy Dore, like, no, it's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he had people in his earpiece, like, cut her off. Because you don't want your audience getting used to hearing, somebody that's black on the left of you saying some real shit. Like, okay, well, he called, what he say? Forced to vote nonsense. You hear how he said it? But then she like, well, Cornel West You know what I'm saying? Shit. Fucking Kyle Kalinske supported it. He like, no. Like what? I think they I don't think they was prepared for Bree. I don't think they was prepared for Bree. But I think it's all a distraction, man. Like I really do. That's the only thing that's coming to my mind. I'm trying to say it a different way. It's a distraction, man. It's a distraction and keep you away from the democratic failures. Because if they was actually reporting what's happening, what's going on, the children that we are starving in Afghanistan, the children that we are starving in America, the people that's going without, the people that's losing insurance with the Democrat in office, then they're gonna awaken their people. And this is as far as they're gonna go. So their people gonna be hungry for more. So now they're gonna start looking for more leftists or another leftist network, and you're gonna you playing with fire with that. They don't want that. So I think it's all a distraction. Just keep you guys away from the Democratic Party failures and the failures that they have become by throwing they support in for these people.
Yeah, like, cause I think that too. I think that they go after people who are critical of the progressives in the House, who, you know, like they came to these people, they asked for your vote, and they said they were going to push the Democratic Party left. And when they
you don't get everything that you want, man. You don't get everything that you want. Like, nigga, I ain't get shit. I ain't get nothing.
Yeah, we didn't get anything. And then when they, like, I remember when Max Blumenthal and Franco was trying to ask Cory Bush about, you know, when they were at the steps.
Yeah.
When they're at the steps with the unemployed, the housing bill, whatever it was, and TYT did a segment going after Max Blumenthal, saying that he was harassing them. Like, that's just like,
there's no such thing as harassing politicians. We own these people. We pay these people. They are literally public servants, right? Like, let's put these words into play. There's definitions on these words for a reason. They are public servants. I'm not harassing these people. I'm reminding them what their fucking job is. So there is no, man. That's their job. He took $20 million from Clinton, bro. Like, what the fuck? You think they about to just sit there and let him be a leftist, turn into a communist? You know what I'm saying? Let all these people just know. Your job is to hire motherfuckers who will talk like you, who can get enough people to spit that bullshit, and stop the motherfuckers from becoming leftists. So now they have a gatekeeping on what being a leftist actually is. Or you're not a leftist if you're going after these politics. What? Bullshit. Like, okay, oh my God. So they trying to make it seem like, oh, only right wingers go out there and do shit like that. Bullshit, bro. Because I can remember the times of, you know what I'm saying, my grandmother's all these stories, man. Like, people got hurt, politicians got hurt. You know, that's how we got our rights. That's how we got our rights. That's how we got everything that we have today. Everything that we have today as Americans was done through violence, from voting rights, civil rights, all that shit. The weekend, child labor laws, all that shit was done through violence. Not one time did we ask these motherfuckers and they gave. It don't work like that. You don't talk to, how you going to negotiate with a psychopath? Makes no sense to me. You're going to negotiate with a psychopath with nukes.
All right, bro. Nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you too, man. I'll be back pretty soon, man. You can come kick it anytime, man. You know, I'll just be here. Sri Lanka, they are burning politicians' houses down. Man, people getting hurt because people have been hurt for too long. People have been hurt for too long. We just sitting here like, oh, well, it will get better. Just vote on it. Just pray. Pray on it. Like, I don't know. I don't know what type of gods y'all listen to. I'm an atheist, but I read enough books, and all y'all gods said, I'm only gonna help you if you help yourself. Every last one of your gods said you have to do it yourself. You have to take care of your people. You have to take care of your community. Am I wrong? Well, why isn't you doing that? Why are you waiting on your God? When he told you, don't wait, do. I'm a little bit over my time, but it feels good to be back. I'm gonna be doing this a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a pre-recorded. I'm doing pre-recorded shows more than anything, but I am gonna come back live, talk to you guys, have call-ins, do some Twitter spaces. Just want to hear from the people and whatnot. And you know what I'm saying? Feel that energy. Because I like the chats, but I like it better when we talk person to person, because it feels like, you know what I'm saying, like you feel it. But I love y'all. I'm over my time. Hopefully we got somebody else going live after me. Hopefully I'm not in the way of nobody. But this is a nice show. It feels good to be back, mentally prepared for this shit. Y'all can add me on Twitter, Unholy Rome. The E is a 3. We're gonna be doing a giveaway for children. Right now, I'm collecting over 400 backpacks, supplies, snacks, etc., for children. But at my giveaway, you know, I want to go all out. I want to make the children laugh, play. I want to get a gaming trailer out there. I want to get a bounce house for the children. Excuse me. I want to get a long ass table full of fucking pizza and juice. We're gonna have 5 to 10 fucking goddamn Soviet Union flags out there, and we're gonna do the damn thing. We're gonna make it we're gonna make it nice and let the children know that communists got their back, and they're gonna always remember that day. I want them to remember this day, and always remember that it was the communists that had our back. So when they learn all that propaganda in school, that anti-communism bullshit, they will hit back on their teachers. They will hit back on their parents. Like, no, this same flag, this dude had this when he gave us this and that. Like, why is he that? Like, no, because we were here to help when they let them go without. But I love y'all. Y'all take care. And I'll be back pretty soon, man. I'm gonna stop neglecting this goddamn thing. But y'all, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Add me. I got some fucking some people sent some money in. I gotta go thank them. Thank everybody for y'all super chats. Thank everybody for your comments. Thank you for just stopping by and watching, even if it was for a second or two, for a minute or two. Every second count. You know, we really need the help over here. We're not the biggest channel, but we're not the smallest, right? We still need help. And Revolutionary Blackout is making some moves. And it feels good to have the solidarity that we do have with you guys. You know, never thought that we'd see this. I never thought people would be listening to my crazy ass and take me serious, you know. So that was one thing. It's always been talking like this. But when you grow up in an echo chamber, when you grow up in, you know, certain communities, it can feel real small, right? When you start to spread your voice and spread your wings, you start to overlook on things, and you see a lot of people that's just like you, that's talking just like you, that want to do the shit that you want to do. All you have to do is reach out. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Y'all just don't know. I really do appreciate y'all.